something in the mail. And no, it wasn't a letter. It was this box. That's right, I've just received my NECA Ultimate Ernie figure to go along with the NECA Ultimate Bert figure that I opened last time. So let's do a quick kind of unboxing as we take a look at Ernie. And I'm really excited for this. The Ernie figure looked incredible. And I can't wait to see him and add him to my collection. Let me just pause while I open this. Rubber Duckie, joy of joys. Okay, so check it out. We've got here, oh, I can never get this. There we go. We've got here our Sesame Street Presents NECA Ultimate Action Figure of Ernie. This one is labeled as Volume 1. You might remember Bert was labeled as Volume 2. And once again, we've got a box that is designed to look exactly, or as close to exactly, like the old Sesame Street Treasury as possible, right? And I love, once again, how well they've done that. They've really got everything that you would expect to see here, featuring the letter C. So now I've got C and A. I can spell the mailing address zip code thing for California. We've got Ernie on the side, Ernie on the front. Great stuff on here. The back obviously has some pictures of Ernie, including a cute little wall skit that they've designed. Ernie and Bert together. Little rubber ducky. Again, I love the art on this. It's original art designed to look kind of like the old retro Sesame art that I know I personally love so much. I want to credit once again Aaron Hazori for the art on the box that I love. And let's open this up and see what we got. So just like the Bert, it's got like a clamshell. We can see a picture of Ernie inside, and then a great looking little Ernie here. I gotta say, Ernie comes with fewer accessories than Bert does. I guess Ernie doesn't have as much business going on as Bert. Like, you kind of need the paper clips and the pigeon and the bottle caps with Bert. But with Ernie, you got Rubber Ducky. I don't know, maybe would have liked to see a bugle. But pretty good. Let's open this up and see what's inside. Here he is. Here he is out of the packaging. Looks pretty good to me. Again, I'm a real stickler for this stuff, but I really think this is an amazing likeness of Ernie. I'm going to just pause a second while I open this because no one wants to watch me cut little plastic ties off of an action figure. So what's your favorite Ernie song? Right now I'm thinking, geez, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon is really good, but DDD is one that I'm thinking of right now. I think I'm going to say Here in the Middle of Imagination is my favorite. Sometimes when you close your eyes, that blackness turns into like blobs of color or some bright stars that twinkle and shine. Excuse me, Mr. Hoots, I hate to bug a busy bird, but I hate to do it, and I need a helpful heart. I have to hear a silly squeak when I play the blues. Getting Ernie out of this box might be the most stressful thing that happened to me today, and I teach high school. Okay, so here he is. I gotta say, he is adorable. This is maybe the cutest Ernie has ever looked to me. And listen, I love Ernie. I love Ernie more than I love some of my family members. You know what you did. But this Ernie is just adorable. And again, he's got some amazing... The sculpt is incredible. This job on the sculpt. Lots of points of articulation. His joints feel a little tighter than Bert's. But sometimes that's the kind of thing that you just have to manipulate it a little more. Right now I can say I'm having a little... There we go. There's his elbow. In case he wants to, I don't know, wave hi to Grover or something. I love the sculpt on this. Like I was saying, and the great texture. His blue jeans really look like they've got blue jean texture, which is the kind of thing, again, that I love. It's that real extra mile of action figure design that I really appreciate. And one thing that I'm really wild about, my camera's not great for these close-up shots. I should get another one if I'm going to do more of these. But they did a great job, even on the bottom of his shoes, making them look incredibly dirty. which I think is so appropriate. Bert's shoes are perfectly clean. Ernie's look like he has just been running through the mud at the park. It's super appropriate. It's the way he's often drawn in a lot of retro Sesame stuff for obvious reasons, and I think he looks incredible here. Let's see what accessories we've got. So first of all, going along with that, we have the letter C. And listen, let me tell you something about the letter C. It's for cookie, and that's good enough for me. So like I said, right now we've got CA. If we want to mail any packages to California, we're ready to go. It seems like they're trying to spell NECA. That's my guess. I guess I don't have any official word on that, but that seems to be what they're doing. Personally, I mean, I love having the Sesame Street letters in general because I always really liked them. But I don't know. It's a little weird that they don't come with the first letters of their names, that they don't come with E and B, or the first letters of the alphabet, A and B. I don't know. But it seems like they're spelling NECA, and hopefully they'll spell NECA and then get a B at some point so I can spell Becca. Although I'll need to get another C somewhere to do that. I don't know. A great recreation of the Bert and Ernie picture that's always hanging above their beds. This is really cute. And one thing that I really like, it does have a place for a little hook. So I absolutely think that this is going to go somewhere, even though it's really small, somewhere on my little wall of Sesame Street art and stuff here, because you can't have a wall of Sesame Street art and stuff and not have your own little Bert and Ernie picture, right? Your own little Bert and Ernie picture. There we go. Of course, no Ernie toy would be complete without Rubber Ducky, and this I really like because it legitimately looks like how Ernie's Rubber Ducky looks, which, they don't always get right. Again, I'm a real stickler for this thing. But Ernie's Rubber Ducky is a very specific kind of toy where the duck is looking over his right shoulder. It's got this kind of proportion like this. If the duck is looking forward, as sometimes they have done on official Bert and Ernie merch that have been sold in the past, it's not Ernie's Rubber Ducky, if you ask me. But that's why I write for ToughPigs, and sometimes it's hard out here. And of course, much like with Bert, we've got a replacement head and Ernie with his mouth open, which is really good. You've got that sort of permanent Ernie smile. I've been displaying my Bert like this with the Boring Stories book, making it look like he's orating from the Boring Stories book. I really think that the open mouth heads really capture sort of how I think of the puppets. So I definitely will be switching out my Ernie's head for this at some point. I found that the heads are a little hard to remove, and I keep being very afraid that I will snap my Ernie in two, or my Bert. But I think sometimes, listen, you got to put down the Ducky if you want to play the saxophone, as the story goes. We've also, no figure would be complete without an array of hands. So, well, there they go. We got a bunch of hands here. Again, hands for gripping, hands for pointing, all the things that you could need. Can he grip Rubber Ducky? It's a little tough. Rubber Ducky is a little weirdly shaped, obviously, and I'm glad that they kept the shape accurate, even if it means that it's tough for him to hold it. But that's some pretty good stuff. So I know what you're thinking, which is, how does Ernie measure up compared to other Muppet and related action figures? Let's check that out. Okay, so first of all, and most importantly, here's Ernie, and Bert together. And again, obviously, we'd expect them to look terrific together. That's what they're designed for. Bert's a lot taller than Ernie, but he kind of should be, if you ask me. And they're both of a really, really, again, good quality. Can't recommend these enough. I don't know why Ernie's a little out of focus. There we go. Definitely. I mean, look, from a business sense, it's pretty smart to release Bert and Ernie as your first two because you can't just get one. As far as comparing to Palisades figures, right? Which again I know is often the sort of gold standard here. Um, God, I'm trying to get the feet level. There we go. So they're honestly, Ernie looks like he's really like the perfect size next to this Palisades figure. This is going to be really good if anyone has a sort of Palisades display. I think Ernie is going to fit right in with that, which is exactly what you'd want. Once again, though, a little, I mean, I wouldn't call it disappointing. It's just the way that the figures work. But boy, oh boy, is he out of scale with the Diamond Select toys. So if your display, like mine, is mostly Diamond Select toys, I don't know, maybe Ernie goes on another shelf because this is this is not how I remember them being. But that's okay. There's no reason that NECA has to make their toys in scale with the Diamond Selects. And then one of my favorite things is comparing these new toys to the old PVC toys that I had as a kid. And you can see, wow, this is an incredible glow up for Ernie. Look, his sweater's not even right in the old toy, and his hair doesn't look as good. I mean, I get it. This is a toy for little kids. This is a toy for the discerning adult collector who knows exactly how to stylize Ernie's rubber ducky. That's why they pay me the big bucks at ToughPigs, and by that I mean they don't pay me. Anyway, last time I was thinking I didn't compare Ernie to some other types of action figures. So just to give you guys a brief idea, if you want to display Ernie with your Marvel Legends, he's pretty big. Obviously, the Marvel Legends are more in scale with the Diamond Select. But I guess if Ernie was a real person who was also one of Spider-Man's amazing friends alongside Firestar, I could look like this. Obviously everyone is curious how he would look next to their big collection of Mario action figures. So if you've got Wario, he would look like this next to Wario. And you're probably also wondering, what if Ernie wanted to meet the Monster High girls? That one doesn't work as well. Anyway, as a whole, I think these figures are terrific. I am so glad to have Bert and Ernie together as they belong. Sharing everything and having a ball, as the song goes. Although that's about Cookie Monster. Whatever. I'm hoping, that I'll be able to get the count. Word on the street is that he's going to be a little tough to get your hands on. But I definitely want to finish this collection, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what NECA does with this line in the future. All right, Tough Pigs. We'll talk soon.